Second TU-TESOL International Conference, Kathmandu, Nepal, 29-30 May 2026.
To warmly welcome you all to the second TU-TESOL International Conference here in Mahendra Ratna campus, Tahachal, TU1 University, Nepal, in the beautiful cool morning today, 29 May 2026. On the behalf of the organizing committee, I would like to extend sincere gratitude to you for joining us at this important gathering of TESOL professionals, researchers, and educators. We are deeply honored to have you at this mega event, which has brought together the ELT researchers, professionals, and practitioners from across the globe. I wish you fruitful, engaging, and rewarding experiences at the conference. Now, I'd like to request Dr. Lokraj Regmi, our HOD, our hero in a sense, the HOD of English Education, Department of English Education at Mahendra campus, Tahachal, to bear the charge of the chair of this ceremony. Please, Dr. Regmi, sir. May I have a permission to move ahead, dear sir? See, sir, whose distinguished contributions to the field continue to inspire TESOL practitioners and researchers. In the same way, I think I'm missing the opportunity. However, I may like to request Professor Dr. Bhimsen Devkota sir, the chairperson of Campus Management Committee of the same campus. Maybe he might be arriving. Similarly, I would like to request Professor Dr. Kedar Prasad Acharya, Member Secretary. I'm really sorry, Dr. Kedar Prasad Acharya sir, Member Secretary, University Grants Commission, Nepal. In the same way, may I request Professor Dr. Lakshman Gewali sir, the Chair of Central Committee, for the digital inauguration of the ceremony. For the same event, I would like to request Assistant Professor Praveen Mahajan sir to support our professor. Professor Khanal, please. Sir. Thank you so much, Professor Khanal. This is the time for national anthem.
प्रकृतिका कोटि कोटि सम्पदाको आचला वीरहरूका रगतले स्वतन्त्र भएका ज्ञान भूमि शान्ति भूमि तारै पहाड हिमाल अखण्ड यो प्यारो हाम्रो मातृभूमि नेपाल बहुजाति भाषा धर्म संस्कृति छन् विशाल अग्रगामी राष्ट्र हाम्रो जय जय नेपाल।
Thank you so much for your participation in national anthem. Thank you, dear students, our growing creative.
Thank you, Vikas sir. Namaste. Dear Chairperson of this ceremony, Head of the Department of English Education, Chief Guest Professor Dr. Samta Prasad Khanal, respected Rector of Trivandrum University, EGC Member Secretary, Dean of the Faculty of Education, Rail Officer Roger Quinn, senior professors, all professors, distinguished delegates, experts, participants, colleagues, students and guests. It is my immense pleasure and honor to welcome you all today. I am truly delighted to be here today. Our Department of English Education, in partnership with the UGC and other key organizations, is proudly hosting the TU-TESOL International Conference 2026. The vision, dedication, and teamwork shown by our department in bringing together so many passionate professionals are truly inspiring. I am deeply gratitude to our valued co-organizers and supporters for their continuous contribution to extending and uplifting education. I feel proud to stand alongside all our academic partners in sharing knowledge, ideas, research and best practices, and I am confident that this strong collaboration will continue in the years ahead. I humbly believe that the discussions, presentations and essence during this conference will bring meaningful clarity and progress to English language teaching both in Nepal and across the globe. Through this important academic initiative, we can expect positive improvement in educational policies, classroom practices, research culture, and professional development. This session, panel discussion, and scholarly interaction throughout this conference will undoubtedly provide an excellent platform for teachers, researchers, scholars, and students. Once again, I extend my warmest wishes for all highly successful conference. May this gathering inspire new ideas, encourage meaningful collaboration, expand academic horizon, and strengthen our shared commitment to advancing language and education in all its forms. Thank you very much. Namaste.
Thank you so much, dear sir, for your very esteemed words and encouragement to us. Now, may I request Mr. Roger Cowan, Director, RELO, MSc of ESA. Okay, let's have Cowan. Due to Cowan.
Hello everyone, how are you? Excellent, excellent. So, if you were at this conference last year, you might remember something I said in my speech. And what I said was, when I started my speech, if I could give a speech in one word, that one word would be wow. And then I said, if I could give a speech in 2 words, it would be double wow. Now it's time to say triple wow. I was so impressed by what everyone did because I have organized conferences myself, and it's not an easy thing to do. But the campus here did such a tremendous job that I am so happy to see them do it again. So I would first like to thank all the staff members and everyone here at the campus who organized the conference. Let's give them a round of applause. I would also like to say it is such a delight to be around so many old friends. I remember when I first came to this campus almost 3 years ago. You remember that? It's hard to believe that was 3 years ago. And I remember we had a meeting with everyone in the English department, and they asked me to give another speech. It was one of my first speeches in Nepal. And I remember I said, let's not wait. Let's do something together. And we did. And this campus has been one of the most active partners of the Regional English Language Office, English Language Fellows. But we have renewed that relationship. And we're delighted that we have this year our English Language Fellow. She's sitting in the front row. Her name is Miss Farah Littlepage. Language community throughout Nepal and other countries. It's really worked so well for us. But most especially, I remember having so many meals and cups of coffee and car rides through the countryside with so many people in this room. So I'm very thankful to see you all again. And for those people who are new to this conference and maybe new to being with the Regional English Language Office, I would just like to draw your attention to something. So in all of your bags, you have this. And this is the Relo Resource Folder. We also do a lot of free courses for teachers and students. We have teacher trainings where we bring in people and experts from the United States to do those teacher trainings. We also have a lot of great so if you have not done anything with the Regional English Language Office, I would really encourage you to do so. And on the back of the folder, you will see our email, relokatmandu@state.gov. And also on the participant list, I believe everyone has put in their email. And if you would like to learn more, I will be here today. Also, my colleague, I'd like to ask him to stand up. He is right here, Mr. Bishwa Gautam. He has been at the Relo office since the beginning. So please come up to us and let's talk. And we would love to tell you more about our programs. So thank you once again. And really, it's a great honor to be here. And my heart is very full seeing this conference again. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. And you are really a great eye-opener for us. And because of your energy and support, we could do something last year. And this has been the second episode. We really acknowledge and thank you so much once again. And may I request Dr. Avtar Siveli, sir, Acting Dean, Faculty of Education, Tribhuvan University, for his short and inspiring speech. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Vikas sir. Respected chair of this conference, our chief guest, Honorable Acting Director of the Tribhuvan University, respected special guest, respected Member Secretary of University Grant Commission, respected campus chief, professors and scholars, distinguished national and international delegates, esteemed organizers, faculty members, dear researchers, students, ladies and gentlemen. Namaskar and one good morning to everyone. First of all, I I would like to express my sincere gratitude to the Department of English Education, Mahendra Ratna Campus, Tahachal, for inviting me to be a part of this important academic gathering. Competencies in TESOL, curriculum and pedagogy. We are living in the era of the rapid transformation. The demands of education today are very different. Intercultural understanding and digital literacy. Therefore, the theme of this conference is not only timely but essential, integrating 21st century competency into TESOL curriculum and pedagogy means preparing learners not merely to pass examination but to participate. I believe that conferences like this provide an excellent platform for sharing experiences. We create opportunities for innovation and collaborative growth. To the organizer for this remarkable initiative, I wish the conference grand success and all participants productive, intellectually enriching and memorable experience. Thank you very much and Dhanyavad.
Thank you so very much, Dr. Siveri, for your academic sensation that has been there inside us. So may I take this opportunity to invite Dr. Kedar Prasad Acharya, Acting Member Secretary of UGC, for third opening remarks. Thank you, sir.
Chairperson of this conference, respected professors, scholars, esteemed national and international delegates, ladies and gentlemen, good morning and namaste from my side. It is a great honor and privilege to join the second Teaching English as a speaker of other languages, TESOL International Conference. It is a guest representing the University Dance Commission. In connection to UGC has been working to strengthen higher education. UGC has communication competencies, problems and quality disparities among higher education institutions, while major urban areas in Nepal still struggle in education. Recently we have held events. At this moment, I am confident that the discussion and scholarly exchange during this event will contribute to collaboration in the days ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, respected Shankar Prasad.
Thank you, Vikas Bhai, respected chair of this historic conference, all the professors, friends and students. My short speech will require your attention for 4 minutes and 30 seconds. We have forgotten the most ancient wisdom. So I would like to one of them is not reading them. So if you don't read, it's like a crime. Reading it. This is by Joseph Brodsky, great scholar. Think before you speak, read before you think, Leibniz. Let us read and let us dance. These two amusements will never do any harm to the world. Voltaire said long back. So these principles, doctrines are some 6,000 years old. Some books should be tested and some revolved, but only a few should be chewed and digested thoroughly. Francis, just get people to stop reading them. The great writer. If you don't have time, books are the quietest and most constant of friends, counselors, and the most patient of teachers. Charles William Williams. Books are a uniquely portable magic. Stephen King again. The last one is the more that you read. So these extracts will mean that just information is a part of knowledge. No, this is not. This is our over-reliance on AI systems, wonderland on this earth. That is why David Bailey has rightly said, the best advice I ever got was means to keep reading. Our syllabuses are more too mechanical. However, we have included much of reading factors in our wisdom. Since our such time, I was there too, and all your just reading, just some other factors were there, and without much thinkers, but great thinkers of the world have realized no education as great as reading.
Thank you so much, Revered Gurudev, for your encouraging and inspiring speech to us, and indeed for giving us a key to reading. Thank you so much, sir. Now I would like to request our evergreen professor, Professor Dr. Jalal Awasthi sir, former VC of Far Western University and our professor at TU University. Please, sir, give to Professor Dr. Jalal Awasthi sir. Thank you so much.
Greetings, good morning everyone. I've got 15 minutes. This is what I heard.
Sorry, sir.
No, it's okay. Thank you very much indeed. I wanted that. Chairperson, all the liberals, fellows, esteemed colleagues, if I name all of you, it will take 1 hour or so, so therefore I want to cut short it. Unfortunately, I was in Australia, so I could not make that one. 21st century skill, then curriculum and a pedagogy. Very wonderful things. So these are the buzzwords all over the world. This is what I feel. If we go back to the curriculum designing and then textbook writing and importing or say creating our own pedagogy, so we'll have to divide the whole era into 4 or 5 different. So where we do not know where the curriculums were, we were given the textbooks, we had to cram them. And we cannot forget Ganesh Lal Karna from Ratna and Kulkarniji from Calcutta. We had to get those, resources, cram them. 1 rupee 50 paisa per book. That was the pedagogy, that was the curriculum. During the NESP era, we had the foreign experts here who designed the curricula for us, designed the textbooks, and we had the honor to go to the structural syllabuses and the structural textbooks. And then if we say beyond NESP era, I was very young then when I was mentored my gurus, Professor Sarda Bhadra, Dr. Mr. Chandraveer Singh Kashaka, and Dr. Cecil Kumar Stavir. So my job was to look around the bookstores, collect the books, bring them at Chandraveer Sir's home, and take out the content from those books and then design a kind of course that we say curriculum. And another thing, as I said, super thing is teacher training to meet all the challenges that have come in our institutions. So thank you everyone. Thank you very much for inviting me, sir. I appreciate it. So wish you a wonderful conference, wonderful exchange of ideas, wonderful learning. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir, for your vibrant speech. And we wish we will be listening and listening to you for the entire day. By the way, time is betraying us. And may I request Dr. Tahachal ma'am, a senior professor from TU University, for her short as well as sweet speech. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you for giving me this opportunity to speak few words in front of you. And I have very limited time, so I will only say few words. First, I thank this campus, Mahendra campus, and I also thank Department of Education, Mahendra campus, who still remember me, who still acknowledge me, who still remind me that I had taught English in very difficult circumstances. It's so wonderful to see you all managing this second TESOL conference so very well. I am not a senior professor, I am a senior citizen. So a senior citizen has to plan very much, very advanced to be present in a very early morning event. So I really thank my gurus, some of them who are above, and particularly my present PhD guide, Professor Avi Subedi, for helping me to speak, write, and interact in any difficult situations. Distinguished guests from REVIC, distinguished guests from UGC. All the best for your successful 2 days conference. Thank you.
Thank you so much, madam, for your presence and at the same time for your very inspiring speech. Now I would like to request our chief guest today, Professor Shankar Prasad Khanal, acting Rector, Tribhuvan University. Dear sir, we believe that the office of Rector himself is our guardian. We are struggling in research and many other activities. We have several hopes from you, sir, to enrich the situation of our campus and of the department as well. Thank you so much, sir. You too, Professor.
Thank you so much. Respected chair of this opening session, campus chief, respected professors, dignitaries, distinguished participants, faculties, researchers, dear students, ladies and gentlemen. Good morning and namaste to you all. It is a great pleasure for me to join this second TU-TESOL International Conference. I, on behalf of Tribhuvan University, would like to sincerely congratulate Department of English Education, Mahendra Ratna campus, for organizing this important international conference on the relevant theme, integrating 21st century competencies in TESOL curriculum and pedagogy. Department of English Language Education in Nepal. Finally, I wish the conference grand success and highly productive as per the objective of the conference. Have a great day to you all. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, sir, for your valuable words. And we really love to and wish to grow under the guardianship of the Office of Rector, sir. Thank you so much once again. Now this is the moment for offering our chief guests and special guests token of love, token of appreciation as well. May I request the chair of this ceremony today, as well as the HOD, Department of English Education, and campus chief, Mahendra campus Tahachal, to offer our respected chief guests and special guests a token of love. Please, sir, Dr. Lucas Regni and Associate Professor General Tahachal, sir. And for the ceremony, I would like to request Prakash Professor to make some kind of support for the event. Similarly, I would like to request Professor Dr. Jairaj Awasthi sir, please, sir, accept our small offer. At the same time, may I request Dr. Kirat Prasad Acharya sir from UGC as the acting member secretary. Similarly, may I request Professor Dr. Sankar Prasad Khanal sir, our chief guest today, the rector, acting rector of TU. Please sir, accept our small token of love and token of appreciation. I make any errors during the course, during the journey, I would like to apologize myself. Thank you so much for your patience and energy to listen to, and thank you so much to your dear due to Dr. Begmi.
Thank you very much, Vikas sir. Respect you all. We have time limitation. So, I would like to thank you, those who delivered very effective speech with insightful ideas, and those who passionately waited here listening our wishes. So this is our second TU-TESOL International Conference. Last year too, we organized it. We heard many scholars, teachers, educators. They were academically, educationally benefited from that last year's TESOL conference. So this year too, we thought our department should do something. We should maintain our legacy, and we organized it, and we are here in the opening ceremony right now, and it is going to be over. So we English language teachers, we have the concern that our students, they are losing the habit of reading. We teachers, we also have a kind of disease. We are feeling it. We have that concern. We have our senior professors in front of us. We saw that these senior teachers, they were in their classroom just before the last day of their retirement. We saw it. They were energetic and they were still hopeful, and we see they are retired, but they are still working in the field of academia. Our students are losing the habit of reading. We teachers are afraid of contributing in the classroom. We enjoy, we love doing something out of the classroom. Now let's see this curriculum, pedagogy, the things we learn, where do we apply? We apply them in class. So last year too, I told, we will learn many things, we will build up many ideas, views, conclusions also, and let's not forget to use them in classroom. So this year too, I would like to repeat it. So again, I would like to thank you all, and I would like to thank the missing institutions, for example, Kosbati Multiple Campus, Kathmandu Shiksha Campus, Gramin Adarsa Multiple Campus, and the Salary School. So after this, we will have keynote speeches, we will have plenary sessions, some other concurrent sessions. we'll have the meals also. I hope you all will enjoy doing these things, taking meals also. Again, thank you very much, making this conference successful. And another important thing is, I would like to remember, respect B. Girija from Chennai. Similarly, Krishna from Malaysia, Confucius Institute, and other foreign delegates for their contribution to make this conference international. This opening ceremony is over.
Good morning, all respected chairman, chief guest, and other guests and participants. Now we have the time for keynote, and we have Professor Lakshman Gyawali, PhD, Kathmandu University, and the topic is 21st century competencies and TESOL, English language, Nepal school English curriculum continuum. And I would like to invite Professor Gyawali, and I would like to introduce Professor Gyawali here. Indeed, great honor to introduce Dr. Gyawali. He is Professor of English Education at Kathmandu University, led by launching of Masters and PhD programs in English language education, and established the Department of Language Education, and was its head for 2 terms. In addition to his teaching and graduate research supervision at the university, he also contributes to national and international educational initiatives. He has published research papers, books, and book chapters on teacher professional development, language pedagogy, and the use of ICT in education, among others. Founding editor of Kathmandu University Journal of Education and Research. He served as deputy editor-in-chief of the Journal of Delta.
Time had changed so much, but we perhaps need to change a lot from where we are. For developing competencies to tackle those issues that we will discuss, and then we'll look at the current TU-TESOL or English language curriculum and the 21st century skills or competencies, and then the question I'll raise will be what we have achieved. Let me begin by painting a not very positive picture of the world, but I live with this every day. When I'm having a dinner, I receive a call on WhatsApp. When I go and look at it, there's no name, there's only number. I hesitate to pick it up. You know why? There's a chance that I'm going to create trouble for myself by tapping any button there. What else has happened? What? Anybody has anything to share? Any interesting dilemma? Interesting unconventional things? Who wants to say? Oh, okay. Vera, yes.
My wonderful partner, Ms. Tahachal, she told me that she has been reading her horoscope every day lately, and that it's always been saying very, very positive things to her, so she's reading it more and more, and that all of it is coming true. And so she's confused, and is this really working, or am I just aligning with it?
Okay, thank you.
Very wonderful.
What is that? What's that?
No, I just shared. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Yes, can you hear me? One was regarding just two incidents I was sharing about when teaching curriculum and textbook was thrown at us, us meaning classroom teacher, and gap between teachers and students. So that part I was saying. So I just asked them whether they understood or not. Was it a boy? Yes. No. That also they could speak. My students at that time, ages back, was like that. I just shared that. And I asked whether it's the same now. Are the students responsive?
Okay. Are the students responsive? All right. Okay. Now, when I was growing into senior faculty, then I did not think of changing my job. But these days, people move to another organization very easily, without any hitch in the, about the last organization. How many of you have you moved to a new institution? Only few. Okay, so teaching seems to be a steady job, okay, stable job. But NGOs in other places, private schools, they change. And then diminishing family ties and close relationships have diminished, and now there are no brothers and sisters to fight with, only one child. Now you can imagine the language development. If you have to grow with just no siblings, what language, what words would you know? Even the words to refer to Jatamaido, Silo, Kailo, Jatimaido, all gone. Okay, the language has lost the concept. Okay, and then Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Lakshman sir, for bringing this background and posing this question. In fact, in the 21st century of this AI and digital technology, the kind of competencies that the young students need is very difficult to define. So we were taught a very disciplinary content in our school and also the university education. But the time has changed. What actually we have to do is we have to develop a culture of learning, unlearning, and relearning, as the doctor has said. And by saying so, I'm not totally discarding the fact that the basic learning is needed in the school. Actually, in order to develop those learning, unlearning, and relearning situation, we have to equip the learners with the fundamentals, the basics. The basics cannot be compromised because that basics, the fundamental literacy, numeracy, and the foundational, the skills are very essential for the children to self-learn later in the career, but at least we have to do so in the schooling.
Okay, thank you. I agree with you. Basic literacy and numeracy we must teach, but further than that, oh no. Yes, come on, sir.
Very brief.
Thank you so much. Yes, just one thing that you talked about is many jobs are gone because of AI. Because our jobs are shifted to operating AI and humanizing AI. That's why we people have to be so smart that we have to operate AI and humanize AI for the sake of humankind. Thank you.
Okay, a counter story to that is one American company has started developing recursive AI that can correct the AI. Okay, it makes mistakes and it will correct. Yes, it is generated AI is human supported. When it makes mistake, we correct them. But recursive AI is going to correct itself, and the AI is going to be beyond human control. Okay, that situation. Anyway, just last one, Guru, you want to say something?
Students need entrepreneurial competencies.
Okay.
Because we should link language for earning not only as a part of language proficiency development or pedagogical skills. Thank you.
Okay, this is what the curriculum has said. Okay, because yes, you want to say something?
I want to share.
Yes. Okay, be very brief.
shouldn't have taken time also, but for me, this AI and digital, whatever say we say, they will collapse, in my opinion, in very soon, quite shortly for me, because all people will be playing and entertaining in this colorful digital world. Then we have to eat, we have to survive. For me, the competency for 21st century, by the end of the century, will be go and work on soil, agriculture, work hard. Maybe 4 days in the school will be work day, and couple of days will be for AI and other digital entertainment. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you so much. The question is, or the point is not that we will be jobless. USSR, the previous Russian Federation, not Russian, Russia and other federation. When Gorbachev caused the breaking of the USSR, many countries emerged. These countries used to teach Russian as a foreign language. Now they became pro-Americans. And because they became pro-Americans, these countries said, okay, now we'll no longer learn Russian language because Russia is not our friend. So let us learn English. What do we do when the things change? That's the question. So here, when this is linking to the theme of the conference in our curriculum, CDC curriculum. This is first century competencies. Who first created them? Whose document is the most valid one? Authentic one. Then I found out many organizations have written in different ways. That's what I found out. And this is the list I found in UNESCO's 2017 document. And there's another as well. Lifelong learning, self-agency, interacting with others, interacting with the world.
Thank you, Lakshman sir, for your keynote and interactive presentation and interactive participation. I would like to request campus chief sir to offer a token of love to Professor Gyamali sir.
Have resource, have money, then they have the opportunity to provide a good language education. On one side, the school director and teacher recognize that the roles of private school supplements education to children. But on the other side, they complain that privatization, can cause inequality or unequal access in education in Cambodia, especially in terms of language education. So the whole process really caused a burden or more workload to the teacher. On one side, the teacher feel like they cannot fulfill the responsibility because of fragmentation, because of lack of resource. We learned from our study is that probably I would say.
Thank you very much for inviting us to this second TU-TESOL International Conference. Very pleased. Namaste.
A job of a teacher, and I don't find any vacancy over it. But the thing is that our students, they don't think, how can I sustain myself by freelancing, by starting up some. Similarly, lack of entrepreneurial orientation. For instance, students are prepared mainly as job seekers and limited focus on innovation and opportunity creation. They may be good in writing. They may be good in tutoring, may be good in translation and material design, and we should utilize this. So this presentation puts emphasis on bridging language learning with livelihood opportunities, practical courses with real world skills, and supporting what we talk about sustainable pedagogy, sustainable development, sustainable growth, everything else, and here also sustainable.
Especially my students were not interested because they were not eager to learn English, and initial discussion with my students to identify learning challenges, what is happening to them, or what was happening to them and in their linguistic needs. Co-plan, we co-plan. Along with my two teachers and the students, our students, we co-plan and co-design CRT and multilingual lesson plans and activities. At that time, what my students and other teachers, they suggested me, and what we have found is multilingual storytelling, because my students, they are from different multilingual background, different practices and cultural writing tasks. It was in this process, in this phase, we had done, we implemented CRT cultural
strategies to teach poetry in the basic level. Technology and AI. E-books are the most common digital tools. When I just observed the classroom, many teachers were using the digital tools like e-books. AI awareness exists. I asked the question regarding the AI also, and classroom dynamics. Poetry teaching is mostly teacher-centered. Students' engagement varies significantly across the body of the poetic text. To teach in which while teaching these texts, teachers has to follow different.
One example is given here: AEROPLANE, that is aeroplane means Hawaii jahaz. He taught like this, and he was really very popular, and most of his students enjoyed his notes as well. And there was another teacher who tried to persuade the students to speak English and listen more and more.
So those who were taught by the first teacher, they were not English teacher now. This is the consequence. That's why we were talking about consequences. When you are over dependent upon the translation, this teacher gave us that. So please go on.
So this is another finding here to be clear to the students. Because they want to make it clear. You have your we are ready to do anything, right? So the safe zone is, let me describe it in Nepali, right? And because of this now, as we have discussed some of the findings here, there are the bad translators. The students are not motivated to speak a little bit in a better way. And if someone is speaking, then everyone laughs. Oh, students feel as if they have missed great things if I don't tell the story in Nepal. Yeah, right. But this is not exactly the case. I went to market for dream shopping.
The eclectic teaching technique in community campus, where the students are measuring English and studying. I want to get blessing from you, my respected Dr. Balaram sir, because the technology doesn't work now.
So the teachers need to think on that one as well. So listening exercises, listening parts can also be a part of homework as well if they are given. So another participant says, so I can understand very well when I listen at home. So because maybe tranquility is found at home. And much homework to do. Someone says that written much homework to do. So, but never have listening exercises, listening and skills to the students. And so, takeaways from this research, what I found is, so students' participation is more important here. And anticipate the causes, effects, and details of the situation of the classes. So the taller, smaller students, maybe the next one because of their family conditions, maybe different things. So situational analysis is also.
Change according to the child. That's the social model. And therapy system should change according to the digital
students learn in the integrated classroom. This physical AI, Universal Design for Learning, is the systematic and innovative platform for children with visual impairments and all of the children with disability in the integrated classroom. Is the Universal Design for Learning is unique system that we must. And lifelong learning, continuous learning, we will witness while we are integrating Buddhist philosophy.
This is supporting, but when we use these terminologies with the children, we have to be a bit sensitive, you see, because they do not understand the abstract idea. And this is my final note. American commander in Vietnam War once said, we need to destroy the tank in order to save it. If you want to protect yourself as a teacher, as a professional, you should be able to change yourself. You have to deconstruct your pedagogical practices and try something new. Repeating the same thing time and again cannot give a different result. Albert Einstein said, we cannot solve our problems with the same thinking we used when we created them. Thank you everyone. If you have any questions, I am happy to answer.
First grade in class 5, he faced deep institutionalized untouchability. And then institutional untouchability, forbidden from touching water from teachers at his school. He was not allowed to drink water from the same pitchers from which the other students would. And teachers or some other friends would water from up and he drank his school.
Today in the building.
Because of your presence, man could not speak anything. Yeah, you did not think. Man, you
He becomes a little bit more.
Yes, you people
कसलाई हेर्नुपर्ने हो हेलो जाऊ त ल जाऊ नमस्कार
And anyone in this hall is not either 100% male or 100% female. So what then? What does that male and female mean? How do you know? Thank you. It's not only because of your sex you are male or female, it's about how do you speak. I like the color pink, means I am not male. I am very soft. If you see the discourse, as Sushanlal says, man is a subject of knowledge and women as a subject to language. Sometimes, and some of you say, oh, she is a female, or she is so bold, means she has a masculine character. Why am I sad with my wife bringing a scooter? Look, if you go to a super mall, there is a very favorite chocolate of kids. Anyone can say that? Kids chocolate. That's called Kinder Joy. And if you have noticed or not, if you see there is a boy Kinder Joy and there is a girl Kinder Joy. And inside that Kinder Joy also, there is a boy's toys and there is a girl's toys. Look, how is this society dissecting us in terms of gender? So now the concern is, masculine were supposed to be a logical. but does not mean all masculines have logic. In terms of silence, this is true that females were thought, or feminine were thought to be silent. Does not mean that everyone is silent. Every female is silent. No. So our task as a teacher is to break this discourse. I would again say, most of you in this hall, you are dominated in either way, in your life, or in your job, or in your family, or with your friends. Wrong is always wrong to me. The students have a right to question it. So, Northern government says in this novel that how things goes ahead. It talks about love and family relations, external affairs that goes outside the home, change our behavioral thoughts in the classroom or in our life. So, if I talk about critical classroom or critical inquiry, little bit change. Those who have taught literature, and if you say, which subject do you teach? And if you have answer is, I teach literary subject. And, oh, you have a poem, you have an essay, you have a drama. That you get such remarks. But in higher level, in undergrads or in bachelors or masters, it's more to open the black box.
I have a terrible story regarding this. I have a student of grade 10. She has a kind of family conflict at her home. Her parents were divorced, and she used to live with her mother. And later on, now she's used to study in grade 10. She is no more now. And when her mother scolded her very frequently, and her brother and sister-in-law tortured her a lot, she left that home and went to her father's home. And her father has got next married, and he has also a child, 14 years child, and she lived there. Again, when she lived there, and then her mother phoned her ex-husband and scolded very badly. Then that her ex-husband sent that particular daughter to that mother's home.
So there are several codes. If you see the opening of the novel, if I link some of the codes like, yeah, here, if you see the second code, my father was not well off, but my parents wanted my sister and me to have a youth, storm with the limits of any empty pocket. So sometimes what happens, even being a parent, if we are neglecting boy or girl, or even from the girl, elder sister or younger sister, they are very meticulously observing what we are doing.
Thank you, Ashok sir, for your insightful session. So due to time factor, we are unable to take questions. If you have any questions, you can just write and hand over this to me or any one of the organizers so that we can send it to Ashok sir. Now, I would like to call Assistant Campus Chief Siddhiraj Joshi sir to hand over token of love to our plenary speaker, Mr. Ashok Sapkota. Applause to our speaker. Thank you all.
Welcome, Dr. Rajkumar Boral. May I read his short bio? Dr. Boral is Assistant Professor from Central Department of English, Tribhuvan University. Dr. Boral has earned his doctoral degree from University of Texas at TU-TESOL, USA. Before joining doctoral program, Dr. Boral completed his MA and MPhil from Tribhuvan University. And Dr. Boral has gained broader exposure to teaching the research in Nepal and USA, especially in rhetorics and academic writing. He has several publications which are reflected even in Google profile, here I have mentioned. And as an emerging scholar and recent the PhD graduate, he brings rich knowledge-based writing and experiences of being engaged in doctoral programs abroad. Welcome to Dr. Boral. Thank you. Similarly, we have another panelist, Dr. Gangalaxmi Bhandari ma'am. Welcome ma'am. Dr. Bhandari earned her PhD from Faculty of Education, Tribhuvan University. Dr. Bhandari has gained wide experience in teaching, research and publication based on more than 2 decades of work in university. She has made tremendous contributions to academia in Nepal. Her areas of expertise are English language teaching, gender education, applied linguistics, teacher professional development, critical thinking and research. Dr. Bhandari has participated in several international learning platforms such as English Teacher Professional Development Workshop at University of Maryland, USA. Dr. Bhandari has also published several high-quality journals. Currently, she serves as a treasurer of NECTA Central Committee. Welcome, ma'am. He is an assistant professor in Mahendra campus, Tahachal, Tribhuvan University. Dr. Paudel has earned his doctorate degree from the Education University of Hong Kong. Dr. Paudel has more than 2 decades of experience of teaching research in applied linguistics. He actively engages in national and international research collaborations with the various governmental and non-governmental organizations such as UNICEF, Ministry of Education, Science and Technology, British Council and UK, and University of Southampton, UK. His research studies focuses on language education policy, multilingualism, research education, and curricular reform in higher education. As a critical policy scholar, Dr. Paudel has showcased his commitment to advancing scholarship enough research engagement and publications in national and high-index international journals. Welcome, Dr. Paudel.
So though this is a very broad kind of question, however, I will try to answer the question on the basis of my exposure as well as the recent trends of research throughout the world. What I see is these days, even in our country, I have seen research being conducted in local agendas. Writing and literacy development, these are the issues which I can see still we can work on.
Theories to embed in researches in Nepal. Now may I speak to Dr. Bhandari. From an institutional perspective, how can we better leverage Eastern philosophies in our research degrees? As Baral sir said, you did PhD from Nepal, so you may have similar type of experience. So how can we leverage Eastern theories in Nepalese researches?
Thank you, sir. Yes, as Baral sir said that, we are still following the international way of researching, but the good thing is the new beginning is there, that and now there has been a paradigm shift. So people or researchers in Nepal also, they are aware of doing research relating the local issues, relating the indigenous knowledge with Western theories. And so, what is your question?
Okay, how just you recently completed a PhD, do you have such Eastern philosophies or issues in your research work, or is that how do you suggest so that the new researcher, yes, if you are not included, how do you suggest?
Yes. So I recently finished my PhD, but if I talk about my own experiences by the Western philosophy, Western research philosophy, because there are still not enough research in the local issues or relating the issues with local knowledge. But in that scenario also, I tried to relate, to align my or contextual problem, means local problems, with that theories, and the problem still the researchers are facing is how to align the theories with practice. No, how to align the theories in practice in the local context. That is the problem, I think, still facing.
Okay, thank you, Dr. Bhandari. Just now, I will move to Dr. Paudel. Dr. Paudel is PhD from Hong Kong. So, as I know, his field is equally in Nepal. He worked in Nepal as well because he was working with the language policy. So, I would like to request to say, Dr. Paudel, what are the opportunities such as funding, fellowship, paid leave available for the research degree when you are just carrying out your research degree to the students of Nepal, especially Tribhuvan University, and especially those in English education and English studies. And could you say how did you manage that and how you connect that the culture of researching in Hong Kong and your field was there in Nepal, so that you might have collected the data from Nepal, you might also connected your experience in Nepal. So how do you bridge such things, sir?
Thank you. So I think this is a multi-million dollar question because I have a lot of things to answer. But I think it's very important one for all of us, the whole group, because there are professors who are working in the research, supervising students, undertaking PhD programs, and there are some aspirants of the PhD programs and some still struggling with, right? So, in relation to your first concern about the opportunities available for PhD students, I think, in Nepal what we usually do is we create a blanket approach to look at something, and that might sometimes be faulty. As we have a lot of PhD support opportunities, we usually say we don't have anything, no, Nepal has nothing and nothing, kind of this. So I would like to cross this particular idea and saying that we have a lot of opportunities. There are many countries in the world which are suffering from the clean, researchable, concerns, right? So Nepal has a lot of things to research on, and they are already not explored. So that is one opportunity, and so on. So maybe we have not been able to take those opportunities. At the same time, Tribhuvan University also has, through this Coordination Council, there is a division. So they also offer PhD support programs, like they fund maybe not crores or lakhs a month, but some thousands a month, right? I think that's a good support for people who want to do a PhD or any kind of medical-related or PhD-related study. So opportunities are there in Nepal. But when you ask the second question,
will be aligning to good research person. Some of the departments or some of the scholars in that departments accepted for the PhD programs in Tribhuvan University. What is the answer for this question?
Thank you, sir. We will take one more question.
Thank you very much. My name is Lakshmi Prasad now. I work as the Vice Principal at Uniglou Primary School and visiting faculty at Nepal Open University. So my question is, so in the context of Nepali universities, so we don't find the supervisors who do have expertise in all areas. For example, if I would like to carry out research on food pedagogy, so whom do I need to meet? Like, I don't actually see the professors or supervisors who do have expertise on the specific area. But, and also meantime, like, if I would like to go with like grounded theory as a research methodology, so who is expert in this area? So that creates kind of confusion on the part of the research students as well. So anyone?
Research in the field of research here in Nepal and supervising a number of students, PhD students here in Nepal. From your own experiences, what do you suggest to the young researchers or young graduates like we people? Should we enroll here in Nepal or seek some opportunities abroad to complete our PhD? Thank you.
Okay, Dr. Pauline.
Thank you very much. Maybe this is 100 million one, right? So, yeah, 200 or 500. I think MCC has to come here. So, anyway, let me immediately respond to Prakash's question. Whether you suggest the young, aspirants of PhD to study in Nepal or abroad, working here at Tirunelveli University and being a paid, employee of the university, I would suggest you to, get enrolled here and do PhD here and contribute to the society. But there is another possibility of, enhancing our learning opportunity, which also links with Lakshmiji's concern, or suggest or employ, let's say, appoint another pool supervisor from outside of Nepal who can guide you on that particular content area. Because
Dr. Lakshmi Bhandari.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Dr. Boral. Okay, we will have a group photo.
Chairman. In room number 2, Guru Prasad Paudel will be the chairman. In room number 3, Farah Little Page will be the chairman. Jitnath Timilsina is assigned to room number 4. Similarly, Krishna Prasad Prajuli is assigned in room number 5. So all the participants are requested to join conference session now. After that, we'll again have plenary session and keynote speech in the same hall. Thank you.
We need to have certain rules, we need to have certain capacity. And that very capacity we should put it to address the situation is our agency. The same thing I am going to share by means of my study. So, speaking has solved 3 different purposes. For example, conversation as a performance, and conversation as a deal, and conversation as an experience, according to Richard 2006. So, in our English class, actually the students and teachers are just wrote and memorizing, that they less use the strategies of speaking skill in the Nepali class, right?
What strategy they are using to write a paragraph, to generate paragraphs. So, on the basis of this context, I wanted to find out strategies used by bachelor level learners in writing paragraphs. By being first year bachelor students from my campus where I am working. Yes.
Let's give them ownership there of themselves, right? Instead of me taking responsibility of the students, instead of me explaining the text, let students explain the text themselves. Let them explore the thing themselves and make them independent, independent students, or let's say autonomous learner. Next is to develop practical communication skills.
right? Instead of just creating in circumstances, creating a situation where they have to communicate, let's get to develop some practical skills how communication takes place. Next is foster collaboration and responsibility, and become a take some responsibility of the learning. And finally, take
all these sectors. So we cannot be separated from this AI. So we have decided to conduct a study on use of AI among university students, especially in the constituent campuses of Tribhuvan University. Actually, university students increasingly use AI tools such as ChatGPT and Gemini for academic tasks including report writing, literature review, data analysis, and manuscript editing. So, what we found was there was limited empirical research on AI competency among university students in Nepalese context. And we have 3 research questions. First one is, what is the status of university students' AI competency based on their background, study subject and level, and assess and the use of intent in using AI? That was the first research question. And second one is, how do students measure subject and study level influence their AI competency, both directly and indirectly, to access to laptops, use of digital devices, use of AI tools, and engagement in using AI, and relationship between students' background characteristics, measure subject and study level, and their AI competency. Actually, this was the quantitative study, and we have used structural equation modeling in this study. So here are some variables, mainly 2 independent variables were measure subject and study level. There are 4 mediating variables in the middle, and the dependent variable was actually AI competency. So some of them are related directly, for example, measure subjects and AI competency directly related, or study level and AI competency are also directly related, and other hypotheses are through the mediating variables. So this much from my side. Now I would like to hand over to Dr. Dirgaraj. Over to you, Dirgaraj. Thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, we have tested 16 hypotheses in this research, and this is our methodology, the summary of methodology. We have applied cross-sectional research design among 3 campuses in Kathmandu, and the total population of these 3 campuses was 3,712, and by using sampling calculator, the representative sample size for this research was 377. So our actual sample size was 377. This is the part of one of our collaborative research. So we have taken only one domain. Actually, that was the how university students are accepting AI in their learning process. Under this,
this song is totally dedicated to my respected gurus who has given me platform here. Especially I would like to remember and respect Professor Dr. Ragni sir. My gurus are here, who are always respected in my life. I want to respect to all of you. I am valued, distinguished guest. I want to remember and respect you through this song. Okay. Second TU-TESOL International Conference. Second TU-TESOL International Conference. Update ज्ञानको exchange गरौँ लिँदै आइ tolerance. Writing skill demonstrate गरौँ है TESOL-मै काम गरौँ ज्ञान भरौँ है. Writing skill demonstrate गरौँ है TESOL-मै काम गरौँ ज्ञान भरौँ है. ट्र्याक सानो भए पनि मैले हजुरहरूलाई शब्द सुनाउने प्रयास गरेको छु. हामी क्वालिफाइड टिचर बनौँ, यस्तै टिचर ट्रेनिङ कोर्स लिएर पेडागोजिकल स्किल बिना चाहिँ जबरजस्ती सिकाउनु हुँदैन भन्ने कुरा छ. मैले अहिले साउन्ड सुनिरहेको छैन, साउन्ड भएको छ है. हेलो. Qualified teacher बनौँ टीचर ट्रेनिङ कोर्स लिए. Qualified teacher बनौँ टीचर ट्रेनिङ कोर्स लिए. पेडागोजिकल स्किल बिना नसिकाउँ बाइ फोर्सले. लङ टर्म करियर बनाउँ यसैमा, फ्लोरिस गर्दै जाउँ बरु त्यसैमा. लङ टर्म करियर बनाउँ यसैमा, फ्लोरिस गर्दै जाउँ बरु त्यसैमा. गीतलाई झन् सुन्दर बनाइदिनु भएको छ सरहरूले. हाम्रो लङ टर्म करियर नै हो टिचिङ प्रोफेसन. यसैलाई फ्लोरिस गरौँ, यसैमा हाम्रो कल्याण छ. भाषाभन्दा ठुलो कुरा शिक्षण नै रहेछ. शिक्षणमा युज हुने भाषा त्यही धर्म रहेछ. कन्टेन्टले मन जसले हुन्छ असल कर्म. Classroom is one miniature society. Learning will get multiple variety. भाषा भन्दा झनै ठुलो शिक्षण भाषा धर्म. भाषा भन्दा झनै ठुलो शिक्षण भाषा धर्म. कन्टेन्टले मन जसले छुन्छ हुन्छ असल कर्म. Classroom is one miniature society. Learning we get multiple variety. Classroom is one miniature society. Learning we get multiple variety. The miniature society ma multiple group आएको हुन्छन्. अनि स्टडी पनि मल्टिपल नै हुन्छ भन्ने कुरा मैले जोडेको छु. होमबाट मात्र होइन, अब्रोडबाट पनि आउनु भएको छ हजुरहरू. ज्ञानको अक्षर सबै लेख्नु क्षतिजहरू. इङ्ग्लिस ल्याङ्ग्वेज बनाउनु छ प्यारो, विदाउट दिस पढ्नु छ. थोरै शब्द अब्रोडबाट भयो हजुरहरू. अब्रोडबाट आउनु भयो हजुरहरू. ज्ञानको अक्षर सँगै लेख्नु देख्यौँ क्षतिजहरू. इङ्ग्लिस ल्याङ्ग्वेज बनाउनु छ प्यारो, विदाउट दिस पर्ने छ अप्ठ्यारो. इङ्ग्लिस ल्याङ्ग्वेज बनाउनु छ प्यारो, विदाउट दिस पर्ने छ अप्ठ्यारो. लास्ट लाइन छ, बुझ्दै हुनुहुन्छ हजुरहरूले? ढोका माटो बोट बिरुवामा घामको ताप फेर्नु छ, इङ्ग्लिस टिचिङ डेभलप गर्दै क्लासरुमतिरै फिर्नु छ, मातृभाषा सँगसँगै विदेशी भाषा सिकौँ जानौँ अझै बेसी भन्ने सन्देश यो मैले तयार गरेको छु। धेरै धेरै धन्यवाद यहाँले मलाई माया दिनुभयो यो सपोर्ट यो प्लेटफर्मको लागि। आई एम सो ग्रेटफुल एन्ड इन्डेटेड टु यु अल। थ्याङ्क यू सो मच।
Kamalikanta Bhegwal sir, for your wonderful song which made me somehow dance. And somehow that's also
we enjoy your dance a lot.
Okay. So this is how we struggle, we strive, we survive and we thrive. Okay. So without any delay, I would like to invite our today's key person, a keynote speaker, who is long the way from Malaysia, Dr. Priya Krishnan. She is a PhD in education and masters in chemistry. She seems to be multidimensional. Last year when I was in Malaysia, I met this intelligent and very brilliant lady. And then we had that professional and academic kind of relation. So it is because of that her presence is over here today. So thank you so much, Dr. Priya, for accepting our kind invitation to give a keynote coming to Nepal. And she has a very terrible incident, let's say yesterday. She came to Kathmandu. Unfortunately, the plane was diverted to Bhairava Airport. Yes, because of the heavy rainfall. You know, she's very fortunate. We have seen her, right, today. So therefore, without any delay, you know, life after all is respiration. Where there is no respiration, you see, the speed of respiration also matters. Now, I would like to, hand over this microphone to Dr. Priya. Okay, over to you.
Thank you, Dr. Shivram Pandey. So, very good afternoon, everyone. I am very much humbled to be here after listening to so many speakers, and very importantly, very enthusiastic dance. I don't think my keynote will be that interesting. Probably you would want to continue with the last session, but I'll try my best. So, yeah, coming to Nepal is very wonderful. I learned so many things, especially about the people, culture, and how humble and lovely and warm and friendly they are. And the place where you live is so good. The air is so fresh, and the water is so sweet. These are something that we really miss in other places. So it's really a very pleasure experience to be here with you all. And I learned many things, including Dr. Shivram can dance so well. Okay, so I think our university, INTI International, I am from INTI International University. So, and Tribhuvan University has already established a good MOU. So, and it is indeed a great pleasure that we are continuing this collaboration in many levels. Last year, Dr. was there, even Dr. Surya was there. So this year, I'm very fortunate that Dr. Lokraj and Dr. Shivram, as well as Dr. Surya and the dean and the faculty members, everyone has invited me for this. So I'm very grateful for that. So due to time, actually I reduced my slides, but you asked them to write 200 pages also. Redo, you know, to become a prolific writer, you will never get. Right? So therefore, ask them to self-critique their work, ask them to redo. Okay, so just with this, I would like to explain a bit more. So here, it looks so mechanical, but let me explain this as from not my work. Yeah, this is from, I forgot the name. It's in the everything, right? And then coming to the middle, you see that the cognitive handoff accelerates. So how much information we process is very limited because our brain is limited compared to AI. But without that, we can say that all our philosophers say that our thinking process and what we can do is unlimited. But with AI, we really cannot make that claim that we have super brain memory compared to AI. So this link, and thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Priya, for your insightful, very comprehensive presentation. So while listening to your presentation, I happen to remember Socrates, who said that thinking, I cannot teach anybody anything. I just make them think. So how important thinking is. So thinking upon thinking, after all, is critical thinking. So thank you, Dr. Priya, for bringing this comprehensive, information on this particular, keynote. And the participants, I expect, we all have enjoyed our session. Thank you so much, Dr. Priya. Now I would like to invite our subject committee chairperson, Professor Dr. Vinod Luitel, and Professor Dr. V. Girija, to hand over a token of love to Dr. Priya. Please give her big hands. So Professor Dr. Luitel and Professor V. Girija. That V is very doubtful, suspicious. I don't know what that V means. V. Okay, V, the full form.
V, father's name.
Oh, father's name.
Father's name.
Yeah. So I also would like to invite Dr. Lokraj Regmi to receive a token of love from the INTI University. Okay, thank you, Dr. Priya, for your wonderful gift. Yes.
Can I have a picture?
Yes. Okay.
Beautiful picture. So very good. This bag is also suspicious. Oral and another workshop for a little bit. Now, those who are interested for future talk, you can stay here. Those who are interested for the workshop, you can go there downstairs, room number 1. Thank you. What's up?
Yeah. Plus
4 to be delivered. What the curriculum, what the course content, what the syllabus has determined or fixed. Those things can be delivered if the students attend our presentation. But the question is, if they don't attend, if they don't come to the class, how to deliver those things? And they may do self-study, but whether they are getting the exact point or essential point of the contents or not, this is the question. So here, so the first background is, see the first point, that it is essential, regular attendance is essential for teaching, learning activities and for enhancing educational quality. Because when there is interaction, when there is, let's say, communication, when there is delivery of the content, then there is a chance of educational quality. And we now are, say, somehow in problem to interact with the teacher if they are confused, if they are, say, not, if they are doubt about some problems and issues. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ambika sir, for your wonderful presentation. And I'd like to thank you all being here and listening to our voices throughout the day. So if you talk about myself, I came at 5:30 early in the morning at this campus, like early birds, and it is more than 5:30. So this is more than we have expected. I think you might have enjoyed a lot listening to these voices from academic personalities. So tomorrow as well, we'll have same keynotes, plenaries, panel discussions, and concurrent sessions. And I hope you will be there. There will be your presence, and your presence will be valued. So, right now, I would like to invite Dr. Vinod Noital, Professor and Chairperson of English and Other Foreign Languages Education Subject Committee, and Dr. Manat Sharma to honor Dr. Paudel with a certificate and a token of souvenir. Thank you.
Sir, just a minute.